Hello student, today we are going to study NCERT class 10th Political Science chapter 1 Power Sharing. This is the second segment of this video. In the previous segment what we have discussed that what is the political science. You have the idea because you have read in class 6, 7, 8 and 9. Because in 6, 7 and 8 you have read about the Indian politics. In the 9th and 10th you have read in the 9th you have read about the world politics. In the 10th also you will read about the world politics. Now in this case when we come to know about, like in the previous segment we had discussed about the power sharing, like here in this chapter we discuss about the Sri Lanka and the Belgium. Now how in the Sri Lanka the people used to come in the war zone where they used to they used to fight with each other. This is we used to call it the civil war, where the Sinhalese people, where the Tamil people, where the Christian speaking Christian people, those who speak the Tamil, and the people who are the Christian, they used to come together and fight with each other for their rights, for their equality. That Sinhali should be not be the, you can say, the official language, and not only the Sinhali people, because they are in the majority, you can't provide the equal opportunity for the job, or you can say in the education. Each and every people, whatever the linguistic, like whatever the language they used to speak, they should get the equal opportunity. If we talk about the Belgium, they have like mentioned in their constitution that the Dutch and the French people, they should get the equal opportunity. We didn't find so far that what we have discussed, they used to conflict in their history, that their parliament is in the Brussels, and the people used to live in very peace and harmony. That they have the three type of the government: central, state and the community government, where the people, irrespective of where they used to live, they used to come over there and they used to give the vote, and by which where we can see that the Dutch people, or you can say the Dutch speaking people, they are in the majority, and they do not they didn't did any kind of the thing just like that. They used to force the people who are in the minority, you can say the French people or the German people, and they used to write, if we go with the one illustration that is written in the two languages. The first one is the French and second one is the Dutch, where the people have the idea that the what kind of like address is over there. If we talk about India, I give you the example that in India we used to write in the three languages. The first one is the local language, because the most of the people did not know how to read the Hindi or how to read the English, so they have the idea what their local language is. Then the second language they used to write in the official language, that is the Hindi, because most of the person they know that local language and the you can say the official language. And the third language they used to write in the English, because if we talk about in the South India, because the number of the people do not know how to read and how to speak the Hindi. So the people over there, they used to write first in their local language, then after that the English language. So this is the scenario of the India. And then we talk about the Belgium, where they used to first write in the French and after that the Dutch. That why the people, they do not confuse what is written over there, because the pronunciation of the particular word, because of the language is completely different. So we can say that with the majority can't force to the minority, and minority can't force to the majority. They used to work equal together, and they used to get the equal opportunity in each and every sector. So this is the scenario of the Belgium. Now we're going to discuss further on the page number. The page number is, you have the 5. Till so far we have discussed over here what the things are. Now what do we learn from the two stories of the Belgium and the Sri Lanka? Both are the democracies. Yes, that is true that these are the democratic country where the people used to elect their own representative by casting their votes. Yet they deal with the question of the power sharing differently. In the Belgium, the leaders have realized that the unity of the country is possibly only by respecting the feeling and the interests of the different communities and the region. Yes, this is true that if we talk about the Belgium, where they used to respect their religion, respect their what the language they used to speak, and they respect their feelings. If we talk about the Sri Lanka, here they used to give the utmost of the respect to the only one language, or you can say the one religion, that is the Sinhali, that language and the religion. If we talk about the Buddhists, what they want, that all over the Sri Lanka they want only one religion, that is the Buddhist, and the people most of them speak the Sinhali, so they want that. So like if we want to live in peace and harmony, what we have to do is we have to respect their religion, we have to respect their culture, we have to respect their feelings, and we have to respect the desire, what the idea they have. By that, by respecting all these things, then we live in peace and harmony. There is not any kind of situation which will arise, so like we can say for this civil war, or you can say of any of the two community used to come together and conflict with each other. So if you want to live in peace and harmony, and we don't want to create any kind of situation just like the civil war, so we have to respect their feeling, their religion, and their language, whatever the language they used to speak, and whatever the god they have, we have to respect them. Then such a religious result in the mutual acceptable arrangement for sharing power. Shinga shows as the contrasting example. It shows us that it is the majority community was to force its dominance over the others. Like what the thing is that the Sinhalese people used to force the minority people, the people who used to speak the Tamil, and the people who are the Christians, and the people who are the Muslims. It shows that the majority of the community wants to force its dominance over the others and refuses to share this power in undermine the unity of the country. Where this civil war is going to finish in the year of 2009. Now you can see this first the illustration or the image. The German engineering. This is the German government, where it showed this cartoon is taken by the Carl son, the Kegel cartoon, in which what they used to explain, the cartoon at the left refers to the problems running in the Germany Grand Coalition government that includes the two majority parties of the country, namely the Christian Democratic Union and the Social Democratic Union. Means now these two majorly party become the two parties are the historical rival with each other. Means these two parties used to conflict with each other, that to a very big way. The first one is the Christian Democratic Union, and the second one is the Social Democratic Party. The two parties are the historical rival with each other. They had to form a coalition government because neither of them the clear majority. Now, when they didn't form the, you can say the government, now they used to come together. The perfect word for the in the English is the coalition. When the none of the government show the majority, or none of the government didn't show the majority, they do not form the government. So after that, these two parties come together. And then in the other language we used to they used to collide with each other because of the coalition government, because neither of them got the majority of the seat on their own in the 2005 election. They take the diverse position of the several policy matter, but still jointly run the government. Now they are the library. If we talk about the uh, pre-election and before the 2005, they are the rivalry of each other. When none of the parties show the majority, none of the parties form the government, so they used to come together in the coalition form. They used to come in the coalition government. Now they used to work in the, you can say that together they used to work, but still they used to fight with each other. It's written over there. They take the diverse positions of several policy matter, but still jointly run the government. This is the condition of the Germany. Where first there are the two parties, that is the Christian Democratic Union and the Social Democratic Party. Earlier they were the rivals of each other. When the none of the government show the majority, then they used to come together. They form the like the two party comes together. They come under the coalition. Then the jointly to do the work. But when they used to discuss any of the policy, any of the plan or the scheme, they have the diverse, you can say, the ideas, the mindset. Still they used to run their government. Now come towards the next topic of this segment, that is why power sharing is desirable. क्यों power sharing जो desirable है, क्यों हमारी इच्छा से the two different set of the reason can be given in the favor of power sharing. Firstly, the power sharing is good because it helps us to reduce the possibility of conflict between the social group. If we used to share the powers, then on the that basis, there should there we will can't see any kind of conflict between the communities or between the religion. Since social conflict often leads to the violation and the political instability, power sharing is a good way to ensure the stability of the political order. Means the power sharing is a good way to ensure the stability in the political order. Imposing the will of the majority community over the other may look like an attractive option in the short run. Means imposing the majority community over the others may look like an attractive option in the short run. No, I'm not go with this, because if you say that the majority of the people, if they give them the power for a short period of time, it's okay. But if you give it long period of the time, so what they thought that like we are in the majority, that we have the powers and we can rule over the minority and we can impose any of the rule towards the minority. In the short run, it is okay, but in the long run, it's not okay that you can give all the powers to the majority people. But in the long run, undermine the unity of the nation. Yes, it is. If you give all the powers to the majority people, so what they thought that we are the leaders, we are the superiors, and the minority are the inferiors, so we can do whatever we want to do. So it is, you can say the unity of the nation is in the danger, but you have to give the equal opportunity whether the people are in the majority and whether the people are in the minority. Tyranny of the majority is not just oppressive of the minority, it often brings the ruin to the majority as well. There is the second deeper reason why the power sharing is good for the democracies. Power sharing is the very spirit of the democracy. Yes, power is very spirit of the democracy. In the first segment, if we recall that first segment, which I give you the example that if a particular person, if they used to celebrate any of the festival and if that particular person wants to go everywhere, so is it possible he can go everywhere? Virtually we can say it is possible, but if you say the physically it's not possible, so he has to share his power that particular place I'm not able to go there, then you will go over there. You can see what the things they did good for the state and what are the problems they have, that you can see over there, then you can report me, then I will see what I have to look into that matter. So these are the things which we can say that power sharing is good for the democratic country and it is the spirit of the democracy. Power or democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise. Means there are some countries where the majority people are there and they used to do their exercises like they used to punishes they used to give the punishment to the minority people in that way that we can't bear it, we can't exploit it that much. And whose democratic rule involves sharing power with those affected by its exercise and who have to live with this effect. People have a right to be consulted on how they are to be governed. Now, whosoever the democratic country they were or they are, they have to consult with the people and they have to come in front of the people. They have to discuss with them that what kind of democratic country they want, what are kind of changes they want to see, and what kind of plan they want to implement in their country to develop their nation. So this is the duty of the government, where they used to come in the front of the people. They used to discuss what kind of democratic country they want. A legitimate government is the one where the citizen, through the participation, acquires stake in the system. Let us first set the reason. Predominant. What is the meaning of predominant? Is based on the prudence, on the careful calculation of the gains and the losses. Sorry, gains and the losses. Predominant decisions are usually contrast with the decision based purely on the moral consideration. Here, if you recall in class 9th, where you have read in the political science chapter 2, where we have discussed about why democracy and what is the democracy. This is the first chapter, not the second chapter. Earlier it was the second chapter because the CBS gave one chapter. Now it is the first chapter, not the second chapter, in which we have come to know that in the democracy, we collective all the people come together, then they used to do the debate. On the basis of that, when they used to pass the plan, they see that what are the positive point of that particular project and what are the drawbacks of the particular project. But because it helps the government to take the decision for the people in the one go, that doesn't mean they used to take the wrong decision and the people used to start protesting it, or they used to start opposing that particular plan because they don't like the plans. So what they do that they used to start protesting that we don't like this plan, we want to change this plan. So as the collective, all the people come together, they used to discuss over that, they used to going to debate over that, then they used to come to know that this particular project is good for them and this particular project is not good for them. What are the good points in that and what are the drawbacks of that particular project? There is this thing they discuss over there and they finally come out with the good decision. Why the producer regions trust the power sharing will bring the better outcomes. Moral regions emphasizes the very act of the power sharing as a valuable. Now we come towards the another one, that is the Khaleesi dilemma. This is one story of this girl where how she used to show. to like how they used to share the power in their country. We will going to read this and we will come to know what the story is all about. As usual, Vikram was driving the motorbike under the view of silence, and Vital was the pillion rider. As usual, we just starting telling the Vikram story to keep him awake while driving. So this time of the story went as follows. In the city of Beirut, there lived a man called Khalil. These are the two friends, that is the Vikram and the Vetal, where Vikram is driving the vehicle. So the Vetal used to tell him the story that while he is driving, he is not going to sleep. So he going to tell him the story that while driving he can listen the story that the Khalil, his parents came from the different communities. His father was an Orthodox Christian and mother a Sunni Muslim. This was not so common in the modern composite cities. Yes, in the earlier times, the people are not accepting. The people are from the different religion and they married together. The people don't accept this kind of the couples. So people from the various communities that live in the Lebanon come to live in the capital of the Beirut. First, they used to live in Lebanon, where the people not accepting the purpose. So they used to live in the Beirut. They lived together, intermingled, yet fought a bitter civil war among themselves. They used to live together, but for because of their, you can say the religion or because of their country, so they used to fight with each other. You can say the kind of a civil war. One of the Khalas uncles was killed in that war. At the end of the civil war, like in the Lebanese leader come together and agreed to some basic rule of the power sharing among the different communities. Because Lebanon is in this civil war, so the Lebanese leader come together and they make some basic rule for the power sharing in the different communities. As per this rule, the country's president must belong to the Maronite sect of the Catholic Christians. The Prime Minister must be from the Sunni Muslim communities. If from this point of view, we can see that where they used to give the equal opportunity of the different religion. If we talk about the Orthodox Christian and the Sunni Muslim, the post of the Deputy Prime Minister fixed for both the Orthodox Christian and the Sunni Muslims. That the speaker of the Shia Muslims. Under this pact, that the Christian agreed not to seek the French protection, and the Muslim agreed not to seek the unification with the neighboring state of the Syria. Now, what the thing is that now in the Christian, Orthodox Christian, they don't want to take the assent of the French, and if we talk about the Shia Muslims, they do not want to take the assent of the Syria. When the Christian and Muslim came together, this agreement, they were nearly equal in the population. Now, when they used to come together for this agreement, they are equal in the population. Both the sides have continued to respect the agreement. Through now, the Muslims are in the clear majority. Now, in this case, we can say that now they are in the clear majority. Khalil does not like the system one bit. He did not like this system one bit because he is popular man with the political ambition, because his ideas somehow different. But under the present system, the top position is out of his reach, because the top position which was given over is out of the reach. He does not practice either his father or his mother religion, does not wish to be known by other, because he do not want to belong to, like his father is the Orthodox Christian, he do not want to tell him like he is the Orthodox Christian, because his mother is to belong from the Sunni Muslim, so he do not want to call him like as a Muslim, he do not want to call like any of the religion. He uh, he cannot understand why the Libans can't be like any other normal democracy. Just like if we talk about the India, where we used to respect each and every religion, each and every caste, irrespective of where the place of birth, whatever the language you speak, whatever the state you belong to, we used to respect like that. So if we talk about the color, so he is in the different mindset. Why we are not respecting each and every religion, just like any other democracy? Just hold an election, allow everyone to contest. Yes, just hold the election, allow to each and every person that whosoever wins the maximum votes become the president. And here, whosoever wins the maximum votes become the president. No matter which community comes from, no matter where the communities come from. Why can't we do that like in the other democracies of the world? He asked his elders, who has been the bloodshed of the civil war, tell him that the present system is the best guarantor for the peace. what are his forefathers said, who has fought in the civil. He said that this is the best system where they give the equal opportunity to these two religion, the Orthodox Christian and the Shia Muslim, where they are equal in the majority and they have the equal opportunity. The president should be from the Orthodox Christian, the vice president from the Shia Muslim. Yes, the prime minister from the Shia Muslim and the vice president from the both the religion, from the Orthodox Christian and from the Shia Muslims. So this what their forefathers said that, or you can say their grandfathers said that, who used to fought in the civil war, that this is the guaranteed for the peace in the future. The story was not finished, but they have reached to the TV tower. They were stopped every day. Vedal wrapped up quickly and posed his customary question to Vikram. If you had the power to rewrite the rules, Iliban, what would you do? I will do, if I am the Vikram, what I will say, I should respect every religion. I should give the equal opportunity to each and every person. Then they can get the freedom of speech, freedom of education, freedom of employment, freedom of culture, and the freedom of you can say to start up of the institution where they can practice their religion and they can express their views anywhere. And the second question is that what will you adopt the regular rules followed everywhere as the Khalid suggests? Yes, in somehow the country there is the, you can say, the 100% democratic, rather than to give the utmost importance to the two religions. Others stick to the old rules and other are do something else. Now, in this contemporary era, number of the innovative ideas we have, number of the people have the different way of thinking. So according to the contemporary, we have to change our idea, we have to change our policies, we have to change our plans, and we have to change the amendment. We can't we can't change it, but we can mold it, we can improve it, and we can keep more data in the constitution of the any of the country, because when the time changes, so we have to change that self and we have to adopt like that only. And if we talk about further, Vetal did not forget to remind the Vikram for the basic pact. If you have an answer in mind, here do not speak up. Your Mobic will freeze and you have the right, you have the idea about what the story is about the Vikram and Vetal. In this, they can improvise in the modern way. But earlier, you have, if you read in the different stories book, so you have the idea what are the stories of the Vikram and the Vetal. So these are the 3 points which we have discussed in the today's session. First is the in the first segment. In this second segment, we have discussed about the accommodation in the Belgium, which is with the very much good. You talk about the why the power sharing is the desirable. Yes, it is desirable, which I explained many a times, because it is the key, or you can say the magical factor or the spirit of the democracy, where what we can see is that like each and every person get the equal opportunity, where by sharing the power, that they can have the government by taking the certain decision. It should be correct way, they can make the plan in the effective way, they can take the initiative according what the people's want, how the time is changing, what kind of technology is going on, what kind of scientific method we have to include in our plans. So these are the certain things. If we share the power, we can come with a very good outcome, with a desirable what the peoples want. If we talk about the Khalid's dilemma, in this case, his parents belong from the different religion. His father belong from the Orthodox Christian, and his mother belongs from the Shia Muslim. So, like there was the civil war in the Lebanon, where the Lebanese leader used to come with that the president should be from Orthodox Christian and the prime minister is from the Shia Muslim, and the vice president should be from both the religion. By that there should be the equal they give the equal opportunity to both the people. In this case, when they used to come for the vote, all the community, you can say whether Orthodox Christian, whether you talk about the Shia Muslim, they are the having the equal opportunity, or you can say the equal opportunity they have, and both the communities are in the majority. But according to the Khalil's mindset, what they thought that if Why are the other countries have the 100% democratic, where they used to give the respect to, or you can say the equality to each and every religion, each and every person, whether place of birth, whether the state from belong to, what are the language or the what the linguistic they have, and they used to give the equality. They used to give the freedom on each and every basis. So he want this thing, but he used to discuss with his grandfathers, or you can say the forefather who have fought the war in the civil war. They suggested that to Khaled that this is the perfect thing, or this is the perfect scenario which is right now is going on. It is going to help in the future. It will going to give the peace to this country. So like if we talk about this story, somehow according to the condition of the country we can say that like yes, somehow it is good. But if we talk about just like the India, where we used to respect each and every religion, we used to respect their culture, we used to respect the people who belong from the different castes. We can't discriminate it by the status, whether it's rich or poor. We can't discriminate on the basis of like he is from the upper caste, he is from the lower caste. We can't discriminate on the basis of the place of birth or the state, or you can talk about the gender, whether it's male or the female. And if we talk about more further, like what are the beliefs they have, what are the speech they have, and what kind of scenario they have, we used to give them the equal opportunity with the person who belong from any of the, you can say, the place, what are the view they have. We mentioned in the constitution that in the fundamental right they have the right to free equality, right of freedom, right of education, right to set up their cultural institution, and to express their beliefs in front of the people, like what the religion they belong to, and they used to practice in front of the people. There is not any kind of the official language, or you can say the national language in their country. All the language give the equal respect that you can speak any of the language which you want to. They didn't give the utmost, you can say, the one religion that we have to follow. We can there are the majorly the eight religion, but we are following, we are having the numerous of the religion. All the people over here, there is the diverse, you can find everywhere. The people used to speak the different language, they used to follow and practice the different religion. They used to wear the different clothes, the different way of style to live the life. They have the different way eat the food, and to eat the food, and to make the food. They have a different practice of celebrating the festivals, and there are the disparity, or you can say the diverse in their country, but still we all in the unity, we have the equality, we have this freedom, that how our countries are democratic. Yes, there are some drawbacks like that, because there is a democracy, so we can't remove the poverty. Yes, a democracy is good because we are here, we can take the you can say the concern and the views of the people, by which we can make the plans. Where will we make the initiative by thinking of the what the rules is mentioned in the constitution and the civil rights. By the thinking of that, we can take the decision. But we can't, that doesn't mean that all the powers is up to me, and the people has elected me, so I am the representative, so I have all the, you can say, all the rights, that whatever the things used to come in my mind and I will do that. No, that doesn't mean. You have to have the certain boundaries, where you have to think about the first the constitution. According to the articles you have to go, according to the people perception, the ideas you have to go, and whatever the written in the civil rights, according to that you have to go. Then you have make the particular thing, that these are the particular things which we have to going to do, and it will going to help further in our nation, that the people should be live in the peace and the harmony. All the people have the equal opportunity in the different sector, whether we talk about the social, economic, cultural, religious, education, employment, industry, whatever it is, we should give them the equal opportunity each and every sector. If we talk about the Sri Lanka, they have the civil war between the people who used to speak the Sinhalese, the Tamil, the Christian, and the Muslim. After that, after the number of years, they used to get the equal opportunity, because that doesn't mean that you are in the majority, that you have all the rights. You can force the people who are in the minority, or you just do whatever you want to do. It's not going to be do like that, because according to the human rights, according to the, you can say, the humanity, we have to respect each and every person. We have to give them the equal opportunity, that yes, you are also the important. That doesn't mean we are in the majority, that we are the important. Each and every person should get the equal opportunity, what they want to do or what they want not to do. And that here, the equal opportunity doesn't mean if you want to do the wrong work, you can do it. You have to do the work in the, you can say, the effective way, in the good way, rather than the bad way. So these are the certain things so far we have discussed in the second segment of this video. That first we have discussed about the accommodation in the Belgium, then we discussed about the why the power sharing is desirable, then we discuss about the Kharis dilemma, in which we have come to know that how much it is important for the power sharing. Particular person can't do everything. By power sharing, he come with the effective decision, with the decision which we take for the, which the decision which he take and took for the nation, and it's going to be benefit for the people of the different religion, of the different linguistic. I'm saying the person used to speak the different languages. We talk about the Belgium, where they used to give the equal opportunity to the Dutch people, the French, and the German, because the Dutch are in the majority, French are in the minority, and the Germans are in the minority. If you go with the Belgium constitution, it's very good. They used to give the equal opportunity to the people. If you go our constitution, we used to give the equal opportunity to the every person. So this is the second segment of the video. I hope you like this video. Thank you.